Welcome to NumCipherFinance channel, where you learn mental metrics for smart investing. In today's video, we will use one of the 100 plus techniques from the Investor's Quick Math Guidebook to solve a real world investing problem in seconds without a calculator. Let's dive in. So the question is 80,000 investment grew 37.5%. What is the final value? No calculator is allowed. So how are you going to do it? So firstly, we will try and calculate 37.5% return and then add it to the 8,000 number. Now to calculate 37.5 return mentally, we are going to look at some shortcuts. So what's the formula that we are going to look at? Firstly, we are going to look at something called 10-5-1 method. And then we'll look at an extension of this, which is 25 method, which is an extension of 10-5 method, one method. So what I say is you split your percentage into combinations of 10, 5 and 1 and then you calculate the method. So 37.5% can be split into, and once you do that, so what the formula is, so 10% of, let's say, 1 lakh, you remove 1 0 from the end, so it becomes 10,000. So 5% of 1 lakh, you just half 10%, that becomes 5,000. And 1% of 1 lakh, you remove 2 zeros from the end, so it becomes 1,000. And then you combine this to really calculate your net value. So we look at that method, and there is also one more method where you do, let's say, and again for 20, now we can use this in this case. So let's look at that. 3 times 10%, 30%, and then 7 times 1% will be 7%, and then 0.5%. So in the formula, if you see I want to calculate 0.5, that will be half of this, which is 500. So if I apply the formula, so 10% of 80,000 is you remove 1 0 from the end, so that becomes 8,000. So 3 times of this 8,000 will become 24,000. 1% of 80,000, you remove 2 0, so it becomes 800. So 7 times 800 is 56,600, right? And 0.5% of 80,000 is half of 1%, which is 400. So there is nothing here, so this is 400. So if you total this, 30,000. So this is one way of doing it, and then we can look at the other way also. The other way to look at this is, so 37.5% can be split into 25% and 12.5%. And this 12.5 is nothing but half of 25. Now 25% is just nothing but 2 times 10% plus 5%. So in this case, 10% from the above is 8,000, and 5% is half of 8,000, which is 4,000. So this becomes 20,000. Now 12.5% is just half of 25%, so it becomes 10,000. So if you combine this, 37.5 is sum of these two, 20k plus 10k, which is 30k. So there are two ways to do this mentally. When you have decimals, try and see if you can split into combinations where second is half of the first. If not, you go with this traditional method, but still both make sense. So let's look at common mistakes to avoid. So what are the common mistakes to avoid is trying to compute 37.5% in one shot, right? So always try and decompose 10-5-1 combinations. And then what is the takeaway, investors takeaway? So there are other suggestions here. So unusual percentages like 37.5% or 12.5% are just fractions like 3 by 8 or 1 by 8. So we'll learn this in some advanced course, but for the time being you can use decomposes, but there is a direction here also. So use quarter and half logic also, if you can do, if you're an advanced user. Hope you like this video. Before you go, if this video helped you think faster about money, I have something that will take it even further. I have written a book, The Investor Quick Math Guide, a pocket book packed with 100 plus mental math shortcuts, especially for investors. no calculator needed, just pure fast thinking. And if you prefer learning on screen, I have got full video course on Udemy and YouTube and other channels, step by step with real examples, covering everything from the rule of 72, CAGR, SIP calculation, and lot more. The goal is simple: stronger math, stronger portfolio, stronger you. All the links for the books and the videos are available in the description below. If you found this useful, hit subscribe button so that you never miss a shortcut again. See you in the next one. Thank you so much.